in the middle camp, one scrimmage down, and everything. So yeah, moving towards getting, into game prep here in probably a week or 10 days, turning the focus from, general preparation to focused, game install, scheme installs and things like that. So yeah, man.
Prime time, 2 in the afternoon, 2 in the morning. It doesn't matter. Falcon or TRX. He's going to be the first one to show up. Hey. Oh, I screwed up, didn't I? Somebody assumed. And that makes something out of just me.
Hey.
Leroy, the Black Ninja Turtle, thank you for the super sticker. We appreciate you as well.
Threw the L up for you there, Leroy. Yeah, I saw it. I was just like, hold on a minute. Like, I know that's how that usually goes.
I just saw the red, and that's usually Falcon or TRX's deal right out of the gate.
No, I get it, man. But nope. We'll take that at another time. But yeah, man, appreciate it.
And that is a cue for everyone that you can leave your comments and questions there in the chat, and we will pick them off one by one. And this being one of the best times of year to leave comments and questions, especially as we dive into the season, we'll always have a game to review and a game to look forward to and plenty of to talk about going forward. So your comments and questions fill out the show at this point. You did mention a scrimmage, and most people are hitting those scrimmages. Was this last Saturday?
It was Sunday, actually. So we had Monday off of practice. Mario Cristobal talked with Don Bailey Jr., former player who's on he's the color commentator on the lead broadcast, radio broadcast down here. And Cristobal said that the offense did some good things. There were some big plays that were hit and others that were missed, and quickly, because the initial question was about the offense. So, hey, how'd they do and everything? And Cristobal was quick to give praise to the defense for the reason why some of those shot plays didn't hit, and why even with some successes, there were some struggles from the offense. But you got scholarship players on the other side of the ball, and they made it where it was a tough road to hoe at some times. So I think that it's you're gonna you don't want one side of the ball to dominate, because you're going to play other teams. You know what I mean? Like, you need to have that ebb and flow back and forth to some level, because, when your one defense is against the opposing one offense, you want them to create problems there as well. Talked about Carson, playing really well. I saw some people are debating or talking about the QB depth chart is potentially going to change, not at the top, but basically hinting that Luke Nickel had a very strong scrimmage and is performing very, very well. So him versus Emory Williams for that 2 kind of a thing, which I pretty much thought, is settled science, but, could change, especially, moving forward, but things like that. But yeah, there's a lot of youngsters who are out there. I saw some stuff about Hayden Lowe, really looking like he, 5-star from Oaks Christian in California, looking like he's pushing for playing time. And the defense just really starting to really settle in to what Corey Heatherman wants them to do. So, it's a single step, but it's a good step. There's still battles to be waged and won. There's already been smoke about Malachi Toney, that temperature keeps rising, that volume keeps turning up. For him at slot receiver, Ray Joseph is still the high school All-American and incredibly talented player that he was, when we flipped him from Clemson after, finally offering him, because, Manny Diaz said that he wasn't big enough to play at Miami, but okay. But when you have that kind of athleticism and speed, whatever. But yeah, he's in there. You got veteran receivers stepping up and things like that. So another thing that I found interesting that I did quote tweet, there was a picture of the offensive line, and had been hearing this, but I didn't really want to say anything about it, because I wanted to let it get a little further. But there's a picture of Markel Bell at left tackle in front of Carson Beck at quarterback. So your 6'9" starting left tackle and your, big money, big time transfer quarterback. And in front of the quarterback and next to the left tackle playing left guard, wearing number 63, Samson Okunlola, the former 5-star recruit from 3 years ago in that same class as Francis Mawinoa. So, if that starts to really connect all of the dots, had been hearing that he's really leaning into his development, hearing Mirabal talk about developing players, hearing that one right there. That's the picture. So Markel Bell, number 70, Carson Beck, number 11, and Samson Okunlola at left guard, number 63, right there, clearly with the ones. So, and I looked at it before I even quoted it because I was like, let me make sure that's the starting quarterback and the starting left tackle, and this is the ones. So Mirabal has talked about developing guys. He's talked about the fact that there are 8 or 9 guys who he feels comfortable can play and could start here, right? And could pretty much start anywhere in America. And so now if you're seeing Okunlola running with the ones, even if it's at guard, not tackle, that speaks volumes to that. And then if you're talking about, okay, well, look at the development of Francis Mawinoa, look at the development of Vonez Cooper, look at the development of Matthew McCoy, look at the development of all of these guys along the offensive line, add another data point to that conversation. So yeah, we're going in a right direction. I definitely want to hear and see more from the defense, but